Planet Dolan.
From creepy dark figures in the bathroom to exploding crosses, the Planet Dolan crew reenact some of the best true stories from our subreddit about the scariest encounters you've had with the supernatural, Part 3. I'm Danger Dolan's mysterious brother, Zaraganbar, and today I'll be your narrator. Number 10 was submitted by OrangeBoyGamingYT. One night, Dolan woke up super thirsty, so he went to the bathroom to fill up his cup with water. In the reflection of the mirror, he saw a black figure standing behind him, staring right at him. The light in the bathroom suddenly turned off and the figure was glowing in the dark. In a creepy voice, the figure said, "Come with me, we'll have fun forever." He put his hand on the mirror and suddenly he passed out. He woke up on the bathroom floor with the figure looking down at him before disappearing into thin air. Number 9 was submitted by SoulLover334. Doopy was sitting in her living room when she decided it was time to go to sleep. All of a sudden, a dark figure appeared crawling across the floor. She assumed it was her sister trying to scare her, but then the figure stood up into the shape of a twisted man standing over her. It made the weirdest screeching sound she'd ever heard. She got down on all fours and ran out of the room. She hid under her covers and waited until morning. She never found out what it was, but she doesn't sit in the living room by herself anymore. Number 8 was submitted by BloodRider99. Pringle was staying at his grandma's house once to look after her cat while she was on a holiday. One night he was chilling in his room as per normal when he looked up and suddenly saw a policeman in an old uniform. In a British accent, the officer said, "Hello, chap," and then instantly disappeared. Pringle was scared as shit. When his grandma returned, he told her what had happened. She told him that her house was used as a police station in the olden days and showed Pringle a portrait of a policeman she found in the attic. He was shocked to see it was the exact same policeman he saw the night before. Number 7 was submitted by Merc Ninja. Melissa's scariest encounter happened the first time she tried meditating. She was at home alone and decided to try meditating because she was told it was good for the soul. Like a lot of people, she was skeptical, but she tried it anyway. After a few minutes with her eyes closed, she saw a vision so real it terrified her. Everyone she knew, her family, friends, and even her dog, were dying horrifically in front of her eyes. She stood there crying, not able to wake up from the vision. Suddenly, she woke up on the floor with her family standing around shaking her. Needless to say, she was too scared to meditate again after that. Number 6 was submitted by CapCobra. Whenever Ghost Toast is alone at home, he feels like there's someone or something watching him. When he walks around his house, he looks down the long hallway and every time he sees a pitch black figure lurking in the shadows. It's followed by a noticeably musty smell. It sometimes moves towards him and it always frightens him for a minute or two, but it never seems to leave the hallway, like it's doomed to lurk in the shadows of his hallway for eternity. His family can't see it, but whenever the sun goes down, the figure follows Ghost Toast everywhere he goes. Number 5 was submitted by LuckyMineCanary. McKylum's home is an old house in the countryside, and buried in his front yard is the grave of a young boy. It was fairly common to have family burials on the grounds when the house was first built. Every now and then, jewellery would go missing from his house. McKylum thought they were just misplacing them around the house, until the musical jewellery box started coming on completely by itself in the middle of the night. His neighbour said that the little boy's mother loved jewellery but could never afford it, and there's a rumour the little boy used to steal jewellery to give to his mother. Pretty big coincidence. Number 4 was submitted by Joker Cheshire. Pandora was laying in bed once when her cat became startled looking towards her legs. At that exact moment, she felt a weight laying across them. When she looked up, she was greeted by a child she'd never seen before. He was a black-haired, pale, skinny-looking boy. He looked about 10, and he was looking at her directly in the eyes, only he had no eyes. They were hollowed-out black pits. He gave her the most unnaturally large grin, and she had never felt more frightened than she was by that face. She screamed and he instantly vanished. Luckily, the weird ghost child has never returned. Number 3 was submitted by TNT Bouse 1. One night when Slaptam was 5 years old, he got out of bed and went to the bathroom at around midnight. He sat on the toilet to do his business when suddenly he looked up and a glowing human figure appeared in front of him. It turned and ran straight into the wall like there was a portal there. Slaptam ran straight into his mum's room without any pants on and yelled, "There's a ghost in our house." Luckily, he was in the right place to shit himself. Number 2 was submitted by DerpMasterJ. Once when Spinal Palm was 4 years old, his little sister was in the closet talking to what sounded like another kid. So his mother went in and asked her what she was doing. Her reply was, "I'm talking to the baby in the closet." They thought it was creepy but brushed it off. Then a few months later, Spinal Palm and his sister were playing in her room when a cross flew off the wall and landed behind her dresser. When they pulled out the dresser to retrieve the cross, they found a Bible verse scrawled in blood on a piece of paper, and the cross had exploded into smithereens. Luckily, they moved house shortly after and didn't experience anything like it again. Number 1 was submitted by me. When I was about 7 or 8, one night I woke up suddenly, hearing strange breathing noises coming from just outside my window. We had possums on the property, so that wasn't unusual, but I had a weird feeling drawing me towards it. I went and had a look, and through the darkness of the night, I saw an indiscernible figure with what seemed like mutilated features standing about 10 meters away and staring straight at me. I ducked down to hide, not knowing what else to do, and waited there for a few minutes. I knew when I stood up that he'd be waiting just outside the window, so I panicked. Eventually I looked, and when I did, nothing was there. But it wasn't the last time I encountered this shadowy character. A huge thanks to the folks over in our Planet Dolan subreddit for submitting their stories. We have another question for you. What was the dumbest way you tried to dump someone? Let us know in the Reddit page link below, and you might be featured in a future countdown. Well, that's it for this countdown, but catch you guys next time!